miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Taken from about the 12. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they go play action here. Mon. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson coming off such a sensational rookie year. He wows him again here with big yardage after the catch. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
So easy to stop,
and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away.
Go me, boy.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Oh, I forgot to change the thing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mon now off of play action. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 2nd down, Cook. Powerful running. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Off the play fake, Mon. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Mon going to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 3rd down from the gun. It's Mon.
That's a fucking bad ball,
man.
Mon.
Saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This from 54 yards away.
Wow, bro. I even missed that.
He missed it. Right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, facts, bro. I should have went for it.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
I got one. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, watch the slant.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
To get the edge.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
They should have put a stamp on me.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T.J. Logan, 54 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13.
No.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Second and 7. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Wilson now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Yes, sir. Yick 'em up.
Yick
'em up.
Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The return man, Wilson. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And down to the 11. A big play there for Cincinnati.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Yick him up. Why you
Fires
throwing
one that's
these?
intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He's at the 50. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy,
and now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, it's Cook. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's third down.
Cook now off the read option.
Good
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 35-yard
Oh my
attempt
lord,
from
bro, I
Touch.
can't.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Block, bro.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass.
I was right.
There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
A handoff to Mixon. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
I don't know why.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give. This is Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
What?
Now
Dude,
the throw
bro,
on 3rd
is
down,
he doing?
knocked
He's literally
away
going
and
behind.
incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow.
Oh, good dodge.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Smith.
bro, where is my
He is
zone?
out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
If you're running out route, it's likely
He literally
you're
followed the
sideline.
post.
And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. It's caught. Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
12, 12, 12.
Let's go.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Burrow on play action.
Good
And
tackle,
quick throw
boy.
here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw.
Good
and a
tackle.
one.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Here we go, here we go. 20. Nice up.
I got you. I got you.
Aha, I
Throw
went
left
for the
side
pick
complete.
back.
That's Smith. Touchdown Bengals. Vincent Smith. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
I missed it again, bro. I can't time this shit on the way down.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Airing it out deep for Smith.
Man, I literally know
his
he's
man
going.
complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Melinda-Kopp Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now is quarterback at Cincinnati.
Again, it's Burrow.
Bro,
he's got his man. That sampled the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
I got flipped.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Mixon will try the right side. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike 65, 65,
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Here's Mixon. And he'll take this into
Like,
the end zone for Bengal TD.
My God.
Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The wind's crazy. I just can't stop it on the right shit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mond. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mond. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
No, bad throw. Bad throw.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Cook. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Yeah, baby.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays and the right reads.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Cook now off the read option.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Wilson.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Wilson now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow looking here for Smith downfield.
Ooh-wee. What's up, Pink Pooha? What's good?
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. third down, Burrow.
That's a dot.
Flush to his right.
That's really a dot now. Whew. If he would have just held the ball for like 2 seconds, touchdown.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw on first down there.
I might stay on for a little bit.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one.
Maybe.
But you know there's usually
Probably
a
not
nice
that.
comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Yeah, so did I.
CD, I know it's
I
just
also
his
did like
second
that
year
diamond thing
as a
again.
quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown
Yeah,
that.
I only did it because I'm trying to get XP for parallel XP for some of my players. I have literally like outfielders playing infield out of position. Yeah, it's so hard to win with it, but because they have, the good thing is they don't really hit it to them, but they take forever to throw the ball when they field it. So bad, bro. Face mask? Come on, man.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Mond out of the shotgun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get about 3 that
I'm up 42 to 21 right now. I missed like 3 field goal attempts though.
Try and wind down some clock with
So bad, bro.
And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed. Like
My boy Kellen Mond's got 70 yards rushing. Come on, man.
I mean, no matter what they do,
Doing our little dancey dance.
they can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Fucking thing.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
Bro, that ass. First play of the game, I ran my play action deep outs or whatever. That's like my favorite play. Fucking 1 play touchdown, 93-yard touchdown, Justin Jefferson. Ha ha. Yeah.
And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The return man, Wilson.
Then I got like 2 pick sixes after that.
Down at the 28.
And then I stopped doing good on offense, so he caught back up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of
This
picking
play
up.
just looks
Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you can
dude.
football with.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget.
Wait,
Absolutely.
what? Am I winning what? Yeah, it's 45-21. Yeah, 45-21. No, not really.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.